Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, I wanted to make a quick video right here, kind of updating some info we got from V-Jump yesterday. Team Dokkan has tweeted out, we're also going to go take a look at one other thing real quick that I just remembered before we finish up here. Okay, so if you guys remember yesterday, right, we got the V-Jump leaks. Since we have seen the scan, I've not shown this on the channel yet, so I figured we'd take a look at the V-Jump official actual page. We'd see what Team Dokkaner said, and then, quick video here. So, Team Dokkaner yesterday tweeted out that there's going to be a new Frieza coming with this DokkanFest Goku, and it looked as though it could be a dual DokkanFest. He had said that he wasn't sure, right? So, here he is. Seems like after double checking, it is not a dual DokkanFest, which does make sense to me, considering JP had one for Blue Gogeta and Broly at the very last couple days of December. The LR Super Saiyan 4s at the end of January, and then we had, Zamasu and Trunks about 3 weeks ago. So that would be so many dual DokkanFests in a short amount of time, right? So it does make sense that it is not going to be a dual DokkanFest. There will be a Frieza Final Form without transformation. Now, this is a bit disappointing because we just got this Frieza. Also, forgive me, but the Dokkan Wiki is like a little broken right now. Not a big deal. Stuff like this happens. Also, big, gigantic shouts out to the Dokkan Wiki. They always do such a good job. Like, such a great tool of info for Dokkan. Really, it is. But right now, it's just a little wonky. Not a big deal. I'm sure it'll be fixed soon. So we just got this Frieza, right? During the 250 million download celebration. This guy is really, really strong. He's a Final Form Frieza, right? Right here. We look at the Final Form Friezas. Really, only this Frieza is good among all these cards here, though. I mean, the Transforming Frieza is good, but that's not... He's different, right? He's a Transforming card. So, I mean, Frieza... This version of Frieza is so iconic. Yes, I think it would be okay if there was like 10 different good versions of this Frieza. We'll see exactly what's going to happen here. Like how, what this new Frieza is going to be like. But I think... there is definitely a missed opportunity because if we look at, the other forms of Frieza, right? First form, we've got a top-tier DokkanFest exclusive, and we got an LR. So, I think first form is pretty good. Second form and third form are, completely dead. Only ever really having SRs. So, there needs to be TURs for both of these, absolutely. I think this Frieza could have been a third form that transforms in the final form Frieza or something like that, to mimic kind of, what happened fighting against Piccolo, basically. I think that would have worked well, because then we've got a third form Frieza, and then, if we continue on with Dokkaner's tweet here, so the Frieza could be on the same portal, basically the same banner as the Goku. I would say there's a very, very high chance of that. They could pull the same shenanigans that they did with Gowasu on the recent Dual DokkanFest over on JP here. Let me pull up the banners just really fast. They make Gowasu and Zamasu featured on a separate banner from the Dual DokkanFest. I thought it was a really scummy move. That's not something Dokkan has been doing lately, because they also put Gowasu unfeatured on the Trunks banner. There's no reason at all that he could not have been featured here. This Trunks that's been on 20 different banners, he had to be here. We couldn't have put Gowasu on there. I thought that was dumb. I don't think they're going to immediately go back-to-back and do that again, so I would expect this Frieza will be on the Goku banner. And then possible second form Frieza that would be farmable and then have a Extreme Z Awakening. Now, this is really good. If you guys remember, in terms of the story events, just actual story events, we've done the Saiyan Saga, then we did 2 events which covered the beginning parts of the Namek Saga. Basically from after Vegeta leaves Earth, all the way up to when they defeat Captain Ginyu, right? So now they can move on to a Frieza story event, right? That could be where the second form Frieza would be farmable. That would make a lot of sense to me. And Team Dokkaner says all for the end of the month, early June. Now, another thing that's interesting to me, right now, where I'm sitting, I don't think JP is going to get this LR Broly that's coming to Global. It would be weird, but at the same time, let's say what Team Dokkan are saying is right there. So maybe the 30th, right, is when Goku will come out. If that's true, there won't be a new banner unit. We're talking from when did Trunks and Zamasu come out? Like the 25th? So like from April 25th until May like 30th, there will be no new banner units. That's weird. So there is an open spot in this week. I know there's a world tournament next weekend. So, I mean, they've dropped LR Broly right before the world tournament before, so it could happen again. Although, I'm leaning towards LR Broly only being on global right now, along with the LR family Kamehameha. So we'll see. It's possible, but still, what a long dry period on JP with no new units. It's definitely good, but I just hope they don't do too many of these where they go like 4 weeks without new units. It's not great, although they have been releasing like free farmable units, right? Like the SCR Gogeta, Beerus and Monica's costume, so that stuff is good. So we took a look at what Team Dokkan said. Moving over here, here's the V-Jump scan. Let's see what the homie Goresh tweeted about it. So he said the famous scene from the Planet Namek saga will be recreated. Once Dokkan awaken, Goku will transform into a Super Saiyan mid-battle, and then we'll be able to unleash his rage via the active skill. Now, I would say best case scenario for this is Goku could transform on the 3rd turn, just like Trunks, Zamasu, and the transforming units. So what I mean by this is Goku does not transform on his 3rd appearance in the fight, but just on the 3rd turn no matter what. I think those transformation mechanics are very, very good. It might be a little bit worse than that. Hopefully Goku, I think as long as Goku transforms like 3rd turn or 4th turn, I don't want to see anything above that. Unless they're going to make him super broken and designed for the new Goku event, sure. But I hope they don't drag him on like, you know, Rose Goku Black, 6 turns. That's too much. Give us 3 or 4 turns. Now, it also, so see, here's what's interesting, right? I saw someone on the Dokkan subreddit point this out, that it appears as though there's like another arrow and like part of this is actually cut off. Like, they could have another portion of Goku right here. Not necessarily a transformation, but maybe, like, his art changes, kind of like what Trunks and Zamasu. And then the active skill activates, you know, Rage. I'm sure it's, you know, going to be Goku. Like, if you guys know the It's Over Frieza animation, that could be, like, you know, what Goku's active skill is. We've already seen the French data miners, like Team Dokkan and stuff. They've been talking about how absolutely insane like how amazing the what am I calling it? Like the art and the animations are. If we actually go down here, I want to pull up Nordax real fast. Aha, yeah, here we go. Okay. So Team Dokkan is like was talking to Nordax about how good the art looks. And if you see very clearly, Team Dokkan gave Nordax the art because this is the official art. If we look over here, we could see that's most definitely the same thing. But this right here was not taken from the V-Jump scan, as you guys could see. That's his actual art. So that does look really, really good so far. So definitely all things are looking very good related to this Goku. You know, we'll see how good he could be, but, you know, judging by the optimism of the French data miners, I like that. Oh, and the one final thing I did want to show, if I head over, let me head over to my Twitter real quick. I actually just tweeted this to Goresh. So, Goresh was disappointed that, you know, basically this Frieza is going to be replaced, right? Because he just came out. He's so good. Now, I kind of theorized this, I don't know, a week or so ago, that we could see units, a lot more units with, like, the certain passives built towards certain type of opponents, right? And this is a way that they could kind of give us many different versions of these characters who remain relevant, right? So, like, you know, if we take a look at this Frieza, right? So 80% attack and defense, and he gets that extra 100% attack buff. What if this new Final Form Frieza, I don't know, he's 100% attack and defense, then against, like, Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, and Namekians, he has, like, 80% damage reduction or something like that. Like, I feel like if they kind of design units in this way, then they can keep multiple versions of them relevant. Now, I know a lot of people are not going to like that because we are restricting some of these units, but if you generalize it, like, enough, like make it broad enough, right? Like, if it was Pure Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan, and Namekian, that's half the game, right? So that's not really that big of an issue. And it would create a situation where, like, if that was the case, this Frieza would then become a god on the new Legendary Goku event, right? Because, you know, Goku is a Pure Saiyan, this Frieza would be able to defend against him. That would match up very, very well with the new Khalifa Kale cards, LR Kale and Khalifa, same thing. They're geared towards being super effective against a certain type. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more characters that kind of have that type of thing, right? Where they'll be strong in certain categories, which kind of leaves several different options relevant, because I don't think Dokkan is ever going to move to the formula of like Naruto Blazing or something like that, where you're able to have multiple different characters on the same team. So, all right, I feel like at this point we are completely good. That covers everything, right? So we know that there's going to be a second form Frieza TUR, and then also, you know, a final form Frieza. We'll see how things go, but oh, geez, actually, I rambled on here. My bad. I meant for this to be like 5 minutes. I ramble on. I love Dokkan. What can I say? So, let me know what you guys think of the new Frieza, of the transforming Goku. I mean, if we take a look at this right here, it's very clear that this card is going to have a lot of love on it. And if there's more new cards besides just this Goku, second form Frieza, and final form Frieza, they really could be expanding and making the Planet Namek saga like a good enough category to run, right? I really hope they could give like Armor, Krillin, and Gohan, or Vegeta from the Frieza fight, like also good cards. And then, you know, Goku could be, I don't know, like a Planet Namek and Transformation Boost category leader, or, you know, just Planet Namek or something like that. But because this is such an iconic moment, the first time a Super Saiyan happens in Dragon Ball Z, and in Dragon Ball in general, I do expect this card to be very, very good. He'll, you know, new best TUR in Dokkan coming very soon. So, all right, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Shout out to all y'all, and I'll catch you guys next time.